Hi, it's Lucy here, and I'm going to create 10 simple but pretty cards with some of these items today. I just chose a few items so as not to overwhelm myself. I find it easier to have less on my desk and search for certain items if I need something else rather than have everything on my craft table. I often don't know where to start if I do that. It makes my head spin with too many ideas. So I'm using up some of my teal, lilac and purple scrap papers today too for die cutting backgrounds and sentiments. I've die cut all of that off camera today, ready to create. I'm also going to use some of these lacy circle and rectangle stickers and also some of these lacy borders as well. They'll just give a subtle bit of interest on my busy backgrounds today. If you put them on dark backgrounds, they'll stand out far more. I just wanted a little extra in the backgrounds of my cards. So to start with, the paper pad is the perfect size to just attach straight onto your card base if you want. It's quite a thin paper, I must let you know on that, and so it is really nice to have the thick cardstock behind it. I believe these papers are made to fit US size cards best, as the white border of my card isn't really equal on the sides to the top and bottom, but it's not much difference, so I don't mind. The papers are about 10 centimeters by almost 14 centimeters. And then I'll choose a beautiful floral sticker with a butterfly and a rectangle lace sticker and play around with them on the card until I like the composition. I'm creating these quick thank you cards for the community centre I'm now donating cards to. They were wanting Christmas and thank you cards, so you'll be seeing a few videos in coming months on quick and easy cards with these themes in mind. And most of the products today that I'm using are from Journal Say. And if you want to see everything that I chose, I did do an unboxing video recently and it shows all of the products in more details. I also have a discount code in the description box below too. And so I think that is for 8% off your order if you use the code Lucy Patrick. So keep that in mind and maybe have a look at the description box below. It'll have the link to their store too. Oh, and I think they only have a day or two left of their huge sale as well, where everything is around about 50% off. So you may want to check that out. It's pretty cool. So I've added the cardstock to the card and I've made a little tear in the top because then I want to put one of these little lacy stickers behind that and just give it a little bit of interest. I won't be creating all of the cards on video today, so you'll get to see all 10 different ideas, but they're all fairly similar, just a few different changes here and there to give you some ideas. I'll use my lollipop stick to curl up the flaps of the tear. With all of these PET stickers, I just use my finger or thumb to roll it back against itself, and that helps to take the backing off it really easily. And if you are having trouble in one spot, just try to find another spot on the sticker, and yeah, it never takes me very long to do it this way. I'm choosing a die cut sentiment for this card, but after I finished this video and was taking photos of the cards, I couldn't help but feel the sentiments didn't stand out enough. So I die cut a few from white glitter card and glued them over the top of the original sentiments. It just means they sit off the card a little more, which in my view is always better. And they also have a lovely shadow colour from the sentiment underneath, so it all works. And so I'll add the photo of the card with the white sentiment in a moment. I'll pop any of the leftover sentiments into my sentiment drawer, and I love having this drawer where I do actually have some already made, so I don't have to just die cut one sentiment on its own for a card. I'll go and find one of my old flowers that I've had in my stash forever as well, just to put that on the end of the tear. That always looks nice, and it's a good way to use up some of these flowers. I'm not sure if you have any in your stash, but yeah, I think I went through a stage where I bought about 1,000,000 of them, so I'm still using them up. I'll add some pearls to the butterfly's body, and then this card is done, and I think it's turned out quite pretty, hasn't it? It's a nice thank you card. And here's the photo of the two side by side with different sentiment colours. They stand out a lot more in real life. And so now I'm going to be creating the next one. I might put some music on because I've been creating so many cards and I really want to get through to posting them all on video for you, so to give you lots of different ideas. And so it's a lot quicker for me if I don't have to keep thinking about what I'm going to say on here. And these are pretty self-explanatory anyway, and I will just come back in when I have something important to say. I accidentally broke one of the sentiment die cuts when I was taking it out of the die, and so I'm just going to use that underneath this other one instead of throwing it out. It can just be an extra layer for this sentiment. I have another tip regarding choosing the background cardstock or colour. Lots of them look great, but take notice of how if you add a dark teal behind, any part of the image that has that colour will seem more prominent in the image. If you add a lilac background, the lilac in the rest of the card will be more prominent. It's really interesting how this seems to work, but that may help you next time if you want, say, a pink butterfly to stand out on your paper or image. Use a similar shade of pink as your background colour. I keep forgetting to use my tape runner, but I finally remembered, so I'm going to start using it on these cards from now on. And just a little side note, I do really well. I don't break it, and I really love it. And I think I'm going to start getting used to that very quickly. I didn't feel like I was going to like that striped sentiment on any card after trying it on a few of them, so I've decided to use it as a layer underneath the dark teal sentiment instead. So here's all the products I used today. Not many items and yet 10 cards to show now. I hope you like them and I hope they've given you some ideas for using up some items in your stash. Or if you want any of these items, I'll have them all listed below with links to easily find them. And just another mention that Journal Say, which is where all the paper and stickers came from today, are finishing up a huge sale. They're giving away $100 vouchers and 52% off most products. There's heaps. I'll add their email posters at the end of this video so you can read it if interested. Thank you so much for watching today. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or liked any of the cards or learnt something new. I love reading your comments. What a fantastic community the card making world is. I love it. It makes it so enjoyable to create these videos knowing I'm inspiring others to create. There can never be enough handmade cards in the world, can there? Someone will always appreciate them, so keep creating. Oh, and if you want to see or save copies of the cards, I usually add them to my Instagram page, my blog, and my Pinterest board, and all of my social links are below. I'll show these in photo form in a moment as well, because a lot of the sentiments I did actually change over to the white sentiments instead. So thanks again for watching. Happy crafting and bye for now.